Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Bitcoin video. Today we are going to be discussing the technical analysis of a BTC and where I think things are heading. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, why not go ahead and check it out? The link for that is down in the description below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out? So let's jump right down into today's video, and we'll start things off with the 1 hour time frame. So here we have a Bitcoin paired up with USDT. We're using Binance as our data source here for this one. Now, as you can kind of see, we're still looking like we are inside this triangle. There are a couple of different ways of looking at it. We've either started our fifth wave move to the upside, which will overextend, or alternatively, we are in fact looking at this as a triangle, and we're looking for the basically the explosive move out of here. I think we are in the triangle pattern. We are looking at probably being now inside the E wave. Let me show you why. Okay, and in fact, actually, I'm just going to do some empty space over here just to make it a little bit easier to explain, right? So we have a triangle-based pattern. Now, triangle-based patterns can only appear in a wave B or a wave 4. That's the only place that they can appear. And they will consist of 5 waves labeled A, B, C, D, and E. The E wave is unpredictable and can in fact break all of this before you actually get the rally to the correct direction. Okay. One of the things that you'll note is triangles can work in both directions. They can be bearish or they can be bullish. So if we started our A wave coming up, B, C, D, E. If E is at the top, the direction of the move is to the downside. And if E is at the bottom, then of course it's going to be a move to the upside. And in the case here of what we've got a bullish triangle, A, B, C, D, and E on Bitcoin. And we are looking for that break to the upside. Okay, that's what we're looking for here. So knowing that we have these things and we can see the price action just here, we can start labeling these up, right? We can see that we have an A, a B, a C, a D, which may or may not yet be complete, and finally an E. Okay, so we don't have to touch the trend lines, by the way, guys. Just a couple of points of contact is more than enough. E wave can, of course, break completely down. It doesn't have to kind of stay contained within it. It's the unpredictable wave. E wave can, in fact, also be, if we really want to get trippy, can also be a triangle in itself, right? So we could start to see things really kind of getting a little bit confusing here as we kind of see an A, B, C, D, E again inside that E wave. So just be aware that the E waves are very, very difficult, but when you can see them and you can get them timed right, if you can get the structure correct, then you're going to see this explosive move out of here. Okay, so we've got one of two options. We've either completed our D wave, which I'm not so sure. We might push up a little bit more and then have the E wave later. Ultimately, I think this is how the day is going to play out. We'll have a bit of a fake out move upwards potentially before coming back down into the E wave. And then once complete, we're looking for that fifth wave explosive move upwards where we are targeting out 35,790 to $36,638, which will put us right here in between the 1.236 and the 1.618 fib scale. Okay, and so that's kind of what we're looking for here. This is the final move to the upside, in my opinion, in this continuation pattern. You may even think of this as a bull flag if you really wanted to, but ultimately it is a triangle and we are looking for that move upwards. Okay, so that's kind of currently where it sits at the moment. We're looking for this little move here. I was in a long position somewhere around here. I forget exactly where. I've taken profit on that and I'm waiting for the E wave to play out so that I can get back in on the long. Again, if I am to be trading, I am going to be trading using BitGet, which is my go-to leverage trading exchange at the moment. There is an affiliate link in the description below if you haven't yet signed up there. Why not check it out? I don't think you'll be disappointed. I also think that it's really worth just generally in the crypto space anyway, making sure you're registered on as many of these exchanges as possible. So there's many different affiliate links down there. If you haven't yet got accounts, set them up. up, because it will set yourself up for success in the future, because you do not know which platforms are going to be around, which ones you can use in the bull run when you need to liquidate your assets. So having your options open is a really good, strong idea. Just mental note, there's lots of risks associated with trading. All the terms and conditions can be found in the descriptions down below. And yeah, do check that out before kind of getting involved in cryptocurrency assets. So just know the risks that are involved in everything that is going on here. So anyway, as I was saying, as I was to trade, if I were to trade this one and wait for the E wave to come down here, nice tight stop loss below the swing low. Or to be a little bit more probably safe, I'll put it below the 200 EMA. And then, of course, we target out here at that 1.236 fib scale. This gives me a 2.53 risk reward ratio, and that would be my approach to it. Okay, so that's kind of how I look to trade this on the hourly chart. Take this out into the daily. You can kind of see we have this upper limit. We find ourselves in an overlapping corrective structure pattern across this time frame. To me, it just looks like we have this last attempt to try to grab liquidity. This is also very noticeable when we look at the volumes. I mean, you can see here the volumes are just non-existent. So this move to the upside, breaking into these new higher highs, gives us this divergence, as in we have higher highs in price, but lower highs on volume. This is not a good profile. This is not what a good look looks like. So it's not bullish market. Bullish market has higher volumes than this. You can see that we saw some higher volumes at the beginning of the year, but ultimately it's just come down to being basically non-existent. So just be aware that actually from a profile of volume points of view, it's not looking overly strong. The RSI is really overbought right now, as well as the stochastic RSI. So ultimately we are looking for corrective price action. Overlapping structures tell us that this is short term to the upside. It's not a trend to the upside. So we're looking for nice healthy corrections down. The obvious areas for me are the CME gap down here at 20 to 21,000. This will be a nice area for consolidation. But again, as I was indicating yesterday in my video that I put out at 9 p.m. UTC +1, we're actually now UTC here in the UK. I was talking about how the Fed pivot could potentially be the catalyst for this move to the downside. If, however, we have this move to the downside here without a Fed pivot, then I think a Fed pivot would have to take us down maybe even lower. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how that plays out. But ultimately, I'll look at this entire structural move to the upside as one of the biggest bull traps in Bitcoin's history. So do with that as you see fit. But for me, it doesn't look very natural in the way that it has moved. Take it out to the weekly. Obviously, a weekly close today. The bulls and the bears will be fighting out for stronger positions. Ultimately, I think it's inevitable that we're going to see another close above the 50 EMA. That would be put at the $27,297. We have had a weekly golden cross 2 weeks ago. This is on the USDT pairing, but if we were to take a look at this from a USD pairing, you're about to have that cross. I think ultimately, though, we've already kind of had it, so it's one of those. We take a look at it from the USDT pairing side of things. I think the bulls will still have a positive close. I think for the most part, if the bulls can close above 31,804, that'll put them into a stronger position, and the bears will probably try to close below 31,800. That would give them a little bit of clout. But as I said earlier, taking a look at our hourly chart here, my expectation is a move upwards, not a move downwards. So even if we try to see a little bit of liquidations on the longs beforehand, I'm not expecting us to move down for a weekly close lower than 31,804. So I think the bulls will get another bullish close here on the weekly time frame. So I think, it's all looking pretty good for Bitcoin at the moment, or at least here for another week. We are approaching the overbought area on the weekly time frame, so that's going to be a little bit of concern for us. You can see here on the weekly profiles, the volumes are very, very low. So again, nothing amazing going on here from the price action. So I am expecting, unfortunately, a reversal in the market, downturn, and some profits to be taken off the table and price to correct on down. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, but I am going to leave this right there. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.